This story is about the wedding banquet.
Let's listen to Miss Marcy read the story of the wedding banquet and hear how people responded to the king's invitation. Our focus today is from Matthew 22, verses 1 through 14.
Hello, boys and girls. Today's lesson is about the wedding banquet. Everyone is invited to be a part of God's party. Jesus told this story. The king's son was getting married, so the king planned a big wedding banquet. When everything was ready, he sent his servants to tell his friends to come have fun. But the people who were invited didn't want to come to the party after all. They all make excuses. The king became very angry and sent the servants to invite everyone they could find to come to the party. Soon, the party was crowded with laughing and dancing people. Jesus explained that being part of God's family is like the wedding banquet. Everyone's invited to come to the party.
Here's some questions to talk about with your family. Why was the king having a party? The people who were first invited didn't want to come to the king's party. Why? How would you feel if guests were too busy to come to your party? How did his friends respond to the king's invitation? Were his friends too busy to celebrate with him? Remember, they said no and they made excuses for not coming. Here's a little poem to help us remember our lesson today. Come to my party, the mighty king said. My son's getting married, I say. Maybe tomorrow we'll celebrate then, but we're just too busy today. What? Aren't you coming? How can you say no? Why won't you visit and stay? Maybe tomorrow we'll celebrate then, but we're just too busy today. Fine, said the king, I'll find others instead. There's plenty of food anyway. Maybe tomorrow we'll celebrate then, but we're just too busy today. So the king went out to find other guests, and the second group shouted, Hooray! Let's go and celebrate with you right now. There's no better time than today. Jesus said that God's family is like the wedding banquet. We are invited to be a part of God's family, just as the guests were invited to be a part of the king's wedding banquet. We can make time for God. Let's be like that second group of people and say yes to his invitation. You can read more about this story in your Bibles from Matthew chapter 22, verses 1 through 14.